This is the best strategy that you can have when you're making your Facebook and your Instagram video ads. Let's go. What's going on, guys? My name's Kyle, and today's a good day because you found the right video. Today we're talking about videos. We're talking about video ads, we're talking about Facebook ads, we're talking about Instagram ads. How do you put it together to make people pay attention? How do you put it together so people will buy your products? That's really what we're talking about today. But first, let me mention that I am giving away $100 cash today. Yes, you heard that right. I've been giving away $100 cash in all my videos as of recently, and that will continue. So I'm gonna do that drawing at some point in this video. I'm not sure when, I'll drop it in. Just make sure to tune in, and if you commented or liked on any of the past videos, you'll be entered to win. That's not true. On the last video, you'll be entered to win today. So if you did not check out that video, it's right here. Also, if you did not check out the video, I would actually start there because this is a continuation of that. I went ahead and showed you step by step how to build a store from scratch and make it into a store that will make some profits for you. And I'm actually gonna walk through the video ad that I will create for that store. I have not done any sort of promotions for it. I wanted to save it to make this video for you guys to show you how I set up my ads. And then in the next video, I'm actually gonna do the advertising. I'm gonna walk you through step by step what I do and bring you guys along. But as far as the $100 cash goes, in this video, if you like, comment, and if you subscribe to the channel, you'll be entered to win for the next video where I show you the ads for this video, if that makes any sense. Have I lost anybody yet? Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna talk about Facebook ads and Instagram ads just for a moment here, and then we'll jump in. I'm gonna just jump right in. I'm gonna show you step by step how I create these ads, why I create them the way I do, and why they'll be successful. But before I get started, what I do want to say is I do want to say that when you're focusing on these ads, you want to make them quick because you're really paying attention to people that are, and constantly put your mindset where the person's at, right? So if I'm on Facebook and if I'm on Instagram and I'm looking at those cute, kitten videos and those fail videos of people running into stop signs and all sorts of stuff, I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing unless what you have is really engaging, okay? So that's point number one, and it has to happen in about the first 3 seconds. That's when people are gonna decide if they want to continue watching what you have or if they're on to the next thing. And they'll completely forget about you, and you spent money to be in front of those people. So let's make it worth it. The other thing that I'm gonna show you is that I'm going to actually be using some AliExpress just stock footage that they used. Typically with something like this, I would build out maybe pulling, footage from all over the internet to try and test the product, and once I realized that it was profitable and it was gonna work, then I'd ship that product to somebody to do some professional shooting, maybe some professional video or some professional photography, and then use those ads. But for the purpose of this, I'm just gonna use the stock image or stock videos that they have there, and that's gonna work just fine. Actually, the video that they created wasn't super AliExpress. It actually seems somewhat professional, and all I've got to do is kind of tweak it and make it pop. So let's go ahead, let's jump in right now and we'll get started. If you're not a video editor, you can create your ads in something like Premiere Pro or iMovie or something else that, if you are a video editor, go ahead and do that. This has just been an easy way for most beginners to get started. And even though I use Premiere Pro to edit these videos, and I've been using it for several years, I still like the way that this turns out more than all the effort I put into creating a Premiere Pro edit together. So basically, the reason for that is that when you're talking about marketing, and you're talking about advertising, you want to actually blend in rather than stick out, right? So if I go and create a super high professional video and I put it on Facebook or I put it out on TV, it's gonna look like an ad. Now, if I create it to look like some sort of a viral product and it has the same kind of elements as one of those viral products that you'll see on, Viral Trend or you'll pick it, it's going to blend in and it's going to not look like an advertisement, okay? So that's the end goal. That's gonna be one of the big keys when you're looking at this, is being able to determine, I want to make this look like it's native. I want it to look like, you know, my friend shared it to me, or somebody shared it to me, or it just showed up in my, you know, it showed up in my page because it's going viral, right? So that's what you're gonna go for here. And that's one of the biggest things, is people try to make it super professional. Now, take that with a grain of salt. You still want to look professional, you just don't want to overdo it, okay? And I'm gonna show you exactly what that looks like in this video, so stick around. Now, when you're looking through Animoto, there's gonna be several different templates that you can make here, or that you can use rather. And what I would suggest is the one that I use, and you know, also play with your own styles too, okay? Make sure you pay attention to those videos that are going viral online and what they're doing, okay? So you always have to be consuming, you always have to be looking at why things are being shared, and try to emulate those and really make it your own, because those tastes can change over time, right? So what I'm showing you now might change over time, okay? So really pay attention to that. That's part of just, you know, being a business owner and being in marketing and advertising and trying to adapt. Now, what I would say is the one that I use and highly recommend is this real estate explainer. So let's go ahead and actually, we'll pause that. But if you look at it, it has the essence of a viral trend, right? So quick picture, has a little bit of text that shows up. This is a little bit slower. Okay, there you go. Then another picture, more words come up, and you want to keep doing this. So the general rule of thumb that I use is that I have somewhere between a 3 and 5 second clip with words on it, and then it goes to another clip, and that's 3 to 5 seconds with words on it, and then another one that's 3 to 5 seconds with words on it. And I try to make a video that's gonna be longer than 30 seconds, okay? Something that's going to be captivating, it's going to catch you right away, and then it's going to continue to give you spikes as you go in, and it's gonna give you more information as you go in. And so you're moving along this journey to the end, to where you figure out the whole thing. And since you've been engaged with it for 30 seconds, or for the people that haven't engaged with it for the 30 seconds or 45 seconds, then they'll go to your website, then they know enough, and then you just need to convince them from there. You just need them to take one step to leave them more curious than when they first started watching your video. So let's go ahead and choose this template. Place all template. Okay, so now it's just loading. It's loading. Okay, we got it. And now it's just gonna throw in a bunch of, you know, basic little clips here. These aren't our clips, but we'll go ahead and upload our clips. Now, I already downloaded this from AliExpress ahead of time. If I can find it, I think I put it in video ads, and there she is. So that's gonna upload, and this is going to be a really simple process. I'm going to show you in real time how I actually create this, and this is something that I would just take as the end-all be-all way to create these ads if you're just beginning. And if you are advanced, obviously you can, you know, make your own tweaks to it. But this is exactly how I create all of my ads. I create all of my ads this way. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pop that guy in there. And here, actually the one thing we need to do quickly, let's go to the ratio. We're gonna actually do a square. And what's interesting here is that the video resolution that the AliExpress supplier had for their video was in squares. So they created a video that was ready to go right off of the supplier page, which is absolutely awesome. You don't always get that, but they knew what they're doing. And that's a place where if somebody puts time into it, like the supplier, then most likely people are either selling it or they're going to sell it, and they know it's going to be a winning product. So that's already a first hint to me that I'm super excited about. But let's go ahead and just pull out some clips. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I like to pull these down. You don't want to cover up the middle, that you want to see the visual, but you still want to have the text piece to it. So let's go ahead and see what we're working with here. Homes by. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna clip that to about I'm gonna clip that to about 3 seconds, because this is going to be the scroll stopper. This is gonna be something that just stops somebody from watching those cat videos to paying attention to me. And everybody knows that engagement is the highest form of flattery that you can have, especially with marketing. And that's exactly what we're gonna do here. So let's go ahead and trim this video. We've got, let's see what 3 seconds gives us here. So let's apply that. Let's see what that looks like. So if we go play. Okay, so I'm actually going to add in the text later, but for now that's good. Let's move on. So that's gonna be the first 3 seconds. So now you hope you caught them. Let's go ahead and drop this in here. My goal is to make this between 30 seconds and 45 seconds, but let's go ahead and trim this a little bit. Let's just take this out for now. Just get out of the way. Trim this a bit. Let's see, so they do that, cut a little bit, cool. Maybe I show it from a different angle and just maybe make this, so 12. I like that with a little arm there. So we'll apply that. That's gonna be about 4 seconds. Grab another clip here. And actually what I'm noticing is I've got these different ones and I'm only gonna use one style. So I'm gonna end up deleting all of this. I kind of only want this style, actually. Let's actually delete all these. And one thing I will mention at the end of the video is that they lock this for the free. So if you do a free plan, this is completely free if you want it to be free, but they put this little watermark on the backside. I would 1,000,000% take that off, okay? I've seen advertisements for people that they leave that on there and it looks terrible, okay? It looks absolutely horrible. So there's 2 ways to do that. The first way is to continue using the free plan, download it, use some other software that maybe you could do for free. I use Premiere Pro, which I pay for. Obviously, I have other use cases for it, but I believe like iMovie's free. There might be some sort of editing software online that you can just clip that last like 5 seconds off and just get that out of there, okay? Because that's horrible. So that's one way to do it, but the other way is obviously to pay. I'm not sure how much it is to pay, maybe $29.99 or $49.99 for a month. So I would just be conscious of that. You know, if you're on a tight budget, I'd find a free way to actually go and cut that off somehow if you can. You know, maybe you could pay someone $5 on Fiverr or something is another idea, just to get that off of there. And for $5, it might be worth it. But anyway, so let's keep moving on. I actually want to use, let's see, how's this coming in? Oh yeah, that's right, it doesn't have a style. So end all, I want it to look just like that, where it has those like the little middle centered aligned text there, and not completely in the way is the goal for like all of this. So I've got this with it laying down, then I've got a different angle. And the reason I have similar looks in the first one is the text is gonna kind of be the defining thing, but I just wanted to show it again to kind of hit them in the face. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Let's go ahead and edit that, and then we'll go and trim this. I'm not really sure, I haven't looked at this video in a long time. But so we already have that angle. Over, we've got that angle. That seems kind of similar to me. Let's see if there's some other footage here. Okay, here's perfect, okay. So you want to show the diversity of it, right? So 33, this one can be like 5 seconds if it needs to be. Okay, let's cut it there, which would make it another 3 seconds. Cool. And I'm just kind of taking out the text for now. We'll get to that later. Okay, good. So 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. So we're only 9 seconds in, and we've shown 3 different benefits, and that's what you're gonna do with the text, is you're gonna show the benefits of it. But let's go ahead. I'm just gonna duplicate this because I like the style of that text. We'll throw that back in there. And sorry, we're gonna edit that. We'll trim it again. We're gonna go, okay, so we've got that. Is there any more diversity here? Okay, so she's showing another option to kind of give it a little bit of, okay, so you can use that at your desk as well. How long is that? 4 seconds. Now, the reason we do that is, one, it shows the diversity of it, so it can be used in a lot of different places. But if we show that rather than having them imagine it, they might buy multiple, okay? So they buy one for the house. You know, we're gonna show them this man and this woman using it in the bed, using it on the couch. But then they've got this desk, you know, they're probably working a job somewhere in an office or something. They might buy a second one, or they might bring the other one, who knows? But anyways, we're gonna show that versatility of the product. So let's go ahead and close that. So we've got 13 seconds. So we're still pretty early. I might extend some of these just to kind of give them more time to read the text, depending on how long it takes us to read it. But let's go ahead and we'll copy this. We'll throw another one on there. So let's edit. We'll trim the video. So that's the last bit. Might throw those two next to each other because they kind of play off. Yeah, like, oh, I can use that in desk too. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to add more to it, and we'll replace that. Edit the footage, and I'm just trying to find, there might be like some similar footage from your perspective, but by this time they've already seen the other angles. So now we're gonna see this. Okay, so he's gonna put that down for her, which is a different angle. So I don't know why he's smelling her. Is he smelling her? Okay. So they're kind of posing. That's a little bit longer clip. We'll save that at some point. So 9, 13, 16, we've got 22. So basically I'd like to get it in the mid 30s for time wise. I don't know how much I can stretch this. And one of the reasons that I do that too is that when you get into your Facebook ads and you're using a video specifically, you can retarget or use the data for people that watched a certain amount of time, right? So I could target somebody for watching, you know, I could target similar people to the group of people that watched 75% of this video, or that watched 90% of this video, or that watched 50%. But what happens is, if you create the video so short, you're not really qualifying anybody, you know what I mean? So if somebody creates a video that's 10 seconds long, but you've got a lot of people that watch 5 seconds because they have to figure out what the heck they're watching, that's not good data to me. So that's why I like to make it a little bit longer. Also, you get more buy-in from people if they're watching longer. They feel like they have to check it out, and you get more data that way too. So those are just kind of the quick reasons that I do the 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Just from a marketing standpoint, you kind of have to think that way. But we'll copy that. We'll see if there's any footage that I could possibly just drag out, and maybe I just have to reuse some footage. I don't want to reuse footage, but there's some stuff I know I didn't use that might be repetitive, but I can kind of spice it around. So there's that. Okay, so this could be used at the very end. Okay, so we'll do that, and apply that. This will kind of be the closing statement because I like that as kind of just an ending piece. Oh, do I have to do the math again here? 3, 6, 9, Jesus, 13, 16, 22. So 31 seconds. That's actually fine. It says 37, but that's, you know, you got 6 seconds of this little thing that I'm gonna cut off at the end. Let me see if this is long enough. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start putting in the text, and then depending on how long the text is, I might extend some of these just a second, just to kind of buff in a little bit more, so people can read it. But you do wanna make this quick. Like, really focus on making it quick and keeping people engaged. That's one of the biggest things that you can do. And especially have text on there, okay? I see so many people that don't add text. You need to add text. A lot of people don't even watch Facebook ads with the sound on, okay? And we'll get to music at some point as well, so just keep sticking along. I'll explain to you the type of music that I use. But let's go ahead and let's start popping some stuff in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna state the problem very early. That's going to be kind of the catch. You gotta catch people right now. So let's go ahead and let's see what I did for this. Cuddle comfortably, your Netflix and chill hero. One of the biggest disasters. It would be nice if I had footage of people actually using like an uncomfortable pillow. No, let's stick with it. I'm gonna stick with this, okay? I can make this work. So I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna do one of the biggest disasters. Let's just say solving one of the biggest disasters in a solving one of the biggest disasters in a relationship. Those are actually kind of big. Wow. Huh. Solving one of the biggest disasters in a relationship. Let's just take this out. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and let's get, like, when I get this all isolated out. Okay, so that's gonna be the first one. That's just to kind of pique their interest. Now, what we're gonna do now is we're going to say, you know, introducing the Cuddy cushion. Now, I don't know why. How do I center that? Center. Oh, perfect. Jesus Christ. Okay, so introducing the Cuddy cushion. Now, did I use that as a one-word thing? Cuddy cushion. Okay. So there you go. So solving one of the biggest disasters in a relationship. We haven't even presented it, which means that people are going to be naturally curious. So sometimes you can kind of lead with that. Sometimes you can kind of draw it out a little bit. You know, solving one of the biggest disasters in a relationship. Introducing the Cuddy cushion. So they're kind of maybe getting, they may have actually deciphered it themselves at this point just because of that angle. I like how that angle's like that. Let's see. Okay, so let's edit this. Cuddling with your loved one has never been better. Okay. So cuddling with your loved one has never been better. You know, again, we're doing a different angle, so they're kind of starting to piece this thing together. Okay, so this almost has to go. I might have to use this one twice. Because I don't want to jump, and I'm piecing this together in real time, so I'm like thinking creatively what makes the most sense. Okay, so I don't want to get into these two pieces yet, just because I'm still talking about the main problem. These are just kind of extra benefits of it. But I still want to do this, but I don't want that to be as long. So what we're gonna do, let's actually trim this. So he lays down, she lays down. That should be fine. So now what I can do is I can just say, say goodbye to dead arms and uncomfortable positions. And I did that as kind of just a subtitle because I know it's not going to fit, and I actually like how that from a balance standpoint it actually looks good like that. Say goodbye to dead arms and uncomfortable positions. Cool. So solving one of the biggest with your loved one has never been better. Say goodbye to dead arms and uncomfortable positions. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I had to deliberate with myself what I'm gonna do here, but let's do this. I'm actually gonna take this. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take this and I'm going to, let's just say, so now I'm giving them possession of it. Take your cutty cushion anywhere, kind of using that corny phrase, anywhere, anytime. But I think that resonates with people. Take your cutty cushion anywhere, anytime. Now that I'm looking at this, I actually like the idea. It's compact. Okay, so let's go. So that one's take your cutty cushion anywhere, anytime. Again, a big thing in marketing is to continue to, you want to brand things. So this isn't just some, arched pillow, right? This is a cutty cushion. So I'm using that phrase several times. Ideally, I use it at least 3 times throughout the process of the video. So that's the second time I've used it. I might use it at the end, we'll see. But you can take it anywhere, anytime. Now what I can do is I can say something like, it's versatile, compact, and comfortable. And I want to, consistency is key. I've been using capitals for everything. And I like that because it really just helps everything get separated out. Capitals are very good in that way. It's easier to read. That's why you see titles in all caps. Use capitals for subject lines and titles, and use lowercase for like descriptions where people have to read like a lot of information. That's just another quick tip. I like to just give you some quick marketing things as well. It's versatile, compact, and comfortable. Very good. I like how that turned out. So this is actually really coming together here. So in the beginning we have position a problem, solving one of the biggest disasters in a relationship. So position the problem, introduce the product, talk about the benefits of it, again the benefits of it, again the benefits of it, and again the benefits of it. So now what I want to close with is I want to find at least one more benefit and then just close out and leave it at that, because I think there's enough curiosity. I don't need to go into the fabric type. I don't need to go into how this helps out your spine and that sort of stuff. It's not really my position to play here. You can do that if you want to do that, but I want to keep this focused like this. So all we have to do now is we have to upload some music into it, and that's what I'm gonna do now. And what I'm gonna do is when I come back, I'm gonna show you the final version that I'm gonna be using on my ads. All right, wait a second. Hold on, wait. Let's go ahead and let's give somebody some cash today. We're giving somebody $100 cash. So let's quickly do that. All you had to do was comment in the last video to be entered in. So this is going to be my last video. And by the way, thank you for all the support. That's the best performing video I've had on this channel, and it only has been out there for a week. So I appreciate anybody that watched it. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It ties very well with what we're talking about here. There I am. So all we got to do now, I'm just going to copy this really quickly. I'm going to go to this YouTube random comment picker, paste that in. We'll see how many people we got here. We've got 35 unique ones. So let's go ahead and pick the winner. We got Hot Phoenix. Really valuable. I'm pumped and ready to create my first shipping business. So perfect. This is I'm glad to see somebody that's just getting started, to give them a little extra cash in their pocket. Go ahead and reach me on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, comment below and we'll figure it out. So congrats to you. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up, but before I go, I do want to mention that if you're someone that likes cash and you'd like $100 more in your bank account for doing absolutely nothing or basically nothing, make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm doing, as I said, $100 cash giveaways in every video leading up to 2020. And I want you to be a part of that, and I want you to be part of this community. And just make sure you're entered to win for that. The other thing I do want to mention is that in the next video I create, which will be sometime next week, I'd say maybe Wednesday, I'm going to show you step by step how I take this ad and I upload it into my Facebook page and we start to advertise for it. So if you're excited about that, do all the things that I tell you to do. Do all the things that all the YouTubers tell you to do. It helps me out a lot. And with that being said, until next time, peace.